So
So
what I did,
so you lined up like is that like you just like woke up early and then you just, hey, I'm gonna
I
be
had
at
to
this
learn all
store.
that too. So
Okay,
so I had
okay.
to, back then sneakers would come out at midnight. So if it's a
Oh
hyped up shoe,
wow.
then you would go out, wait in line
So
the
you'll
night
camp out
before.
the next day, almost like similar to like what they did like iPhones, right?
Right,
They would
exactly like that.
okay,
Back then, shoes they would open the door at midnight, so
okay,
that's when you would buy the shoe.
right.
You would wait in line, however, whatever demand was, you kind of have an idea of like how early you needed to be out there.
So if you was so let me get this. So you'd be out there all night, hungry, like
Yeah,
no water, no bathroom breaks, because probably back then Uber Eats wasn't popping off.
there was no such thing as Uber at all.
Okay,
If there was, it wasn't in. I wasn't aware of it. So I would have my older sister, much older than me. She could drive. Then I couldn't drive. So I would try to like prep her up, convince her. I had to convince her to take me out there because I had no other way of getting out
yeah,
there, unless
yeah,
I would ride
okay.
with a friend or something. But most times it was trying to convince my sister, hey, these shoes are coming out. I really want them. The only way I can get them is if I go out to the store the night before and we wait in line. You can wait in the car. I just need to get my place in line. Boom.
And she did it, and she was like, "Run it."
From time to time, she
Oh,
did
okay, okay,
it.
all right,
But
okay,
that's completely different to how the game works now. So
okay,
that was in 2008.
all
We're in
right.
2021 now.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So that's 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
The game has changed drastically
Yeah. So
in like in,
give
in
me
a
like
short amount of time.
just one thing that you see from now that changed the game that you feel.
So midnight releases aren't a thing anymore. In-store releases are barely a thing now. Now everything is done either through an app,
Mm.
all online through the Nike, Adidas, whatever, they launched their products online.
Okay, okay.
And there was like a slow progression to even where we are now with that. Back then, maybe in like 2013, 2014, you could go on Nike.com midnight. The site might crash a little bit,
Okay.
but if you're
Yeah.
patient and you're kind of refreshing constantly, trying to hit add to cart,
So
there's a good chance that you
right.
could probably get a
So
shoe.
refreshing, like you're what type of computer you using like to do this? Like you using like a Mac, like a PC, some custom built, or you just like how do you?
I probably bought maybe 50 plus sneakers on a 2011 21.5 inch iMac.
Okay,
So
okay.
that was the model that I had for about. I had that computer for 7 to 8 years,
Wow.
and I've
okay.
easily managed to get 50 plus sneakers on that one machine.
Wow. So it paid for the machine pretty much.
It did pay for the machine,
Okay.
but I wasn't even into reselling, honestly, until maybe like 2014, 2015 is probably when I started seeing that, like, okay, if I'm not wearing a shoe anymore, I could probably sell it, use some of that money to get a different pair of shoes. And then it's like once you make your first sale, it kind of
Right.
just like, it makes you look at stuff a little differently.
So you realize this could actually be a business.
This could be a business, yeah.
Okay, okay,
exactly.
okay.
And then so I would try to figure out ways to maybe bring somebody in line with me, or
Okay.
try to check out with 2 different cards online, and
Okay.
then get 2 pair of shoes. And like before I say like maybe 2016,
Uh-huh.
sneaker reselling was a very niche thing.
Mm.
It wasn't until like StockX came into the game and made it very mainstream.
Right.
So-
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Back
yeah.
then, I could easily buy 2 pair of shoes, 2 of the same model, sell one for double. My pair would be free.
Right. Okay.
So
Get it.
I'm getting my shoes for free, and that was a good life to live
Okay. Got
because
it.
my parents wasn't buying me shoes, and I'm getting my shoes for free. I'm still looking fresh because
Right.
that's what I cared about.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
But then I think the moment that like StockX really flipped everything was in 2016 with like the Jordan 1 breads. And ever since that moment, like StockX would kind of made the barrier to like sneaker reselling very low. So if you didn't know anything about sneakers or how the flipping worked, then all you needed was the app.
Right.